Yo, it's your boy D's Media back again with another one. Today we're gonna talk about Bronny James, man. He just went off at the NBA draft combine. And man, I'm gonna tell you my prediction where I think he about to go in the draft and why I think he a first round pick. Okay. First of all, the play style that they got him displaying at the NBA Columbine, he doing spot up shooting, he doing pick and roll play action, mid range, attacking the basket. Because whether we want to believe it or not, Bronny is only 6'3" with shoes on and 6'1" without shoes. That's a point guard. You know what I'm saying? I think that Bronny, when he get to the NBA, we can forget about that him averaging numbers like his dad, LeBron James. He's gonna have more of a play style like a Drew Holiday, a Derek White. Gonna be defensive first, knock down threes. Team player, pass. That's not gonna do too much. He's not gonna have to require 15, 20 shots a game. But I think Bronny can definitely be a first round pick. He got the athleticism. He can shoot. Shoot way better than his dad at his age. When his dad was his age. The only thing that makes it a little bit bad for Bronny is his size. 6'3", you ain't gonna really be able to play no shooting guard. So he gonna have to play the point. But part two, the reason why I think he gonna go first round, the Lakers still hold a first round pick. I think it's like 17 or 19 or something like that. But they still hold a first round pick for this year, right? LeBron James hasn't re-signed with the Lakers. They can use that as leverage to sign LeBron James back. You get what I'm saying? We sign your son in the draft. We know you're gonna come back here for three more years. You get what I'm saying? That's why LeBron is not signing until after the draft, because he's trying to use that as leverage to get his son drafted. You know what I'm saying? Because any team would take a chance on drafting Bronny if you think that you can get LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it. So the reason that LeBron James is not rushing to re-sign with the Lakers is because he's trying to use that as leverage for teams to draft his son. You get what I'm saying? If I haven't signed yet with a team because he declined his option for next year, so he's a free agent this summer. So if you don't know where LeBron James is going to go and he's telling you that his last goal is to win another championship and play with his son, you would think that maybe, oh man, I could draft him, man. There's a chance that LeBron going to come, you know? But from my personal experience in watching basketball and analyzing basketball, I think LeBron James played a smart and strategic move by not re-signing with the Lakers soon as the season ended. Which I think he got to wait till like July 1st anyway to re-sign the deal, if I'm not mistaken. But the fact that he left the window open and didn't re-sign with anybody, that's going to make teams want to draft Bronny. Because it's a chance that you could get LeBron. Even though I can bet my bottom dollar both of them is going to be on the Lakers next year. Because the Lakers have a first round pick. And if you don't think that it's a chance that LeBron could go somewhere else, and you think that he may want to go somewhere else, sign his son. He'll resign. Because this is one of his goals. He want to play with his son. You get what I'm saying? And even if you take out the equation that a team may draft Bronny because of a chance to play with his dad, if you look at Bronny, he's still a first round lottery. He's still worth a first round pick. He got the athleticism, he got the DNA in his blood. People underestimate his shooting because he only shot like 21% at USC. And I believe that a lot of that was, he didn't play enough minutes. He sat out for 5-6 months and then was just threw into the action. And I just think that his freshman season, it didn't help him out far as with his draft. He displayed some things this year during his freshman year. He displayed some defense. He displayed his athleticism. He displayed, his comfortability, using his teammates, So those is some of the keys, some of the great things that he displayed this year in his short time playing for USC. But the thing that makes teams a little skeptical is, okay, you shot 21% from three, you're gonna be playing the one or a combo guard, so you're gonna have to know how to shoot. That's why in the NBA draft Columbine, that was the one thing that he tried his hardest to show teams. I can be a spot up shooter. I could come off a pick or a screen and shoot. I could do a pick and roll play. Those is how the NBA game in 2024 is going. You know, if you can't spot up and shoot, if you can't be a pick and roll player, you know, if you can't pick up half court or full court defense, you know, you ain't really gonna be no good being 6'1", 6'3" in the NBA. Cause you dang only reason how players like Steph Curry get away with not playing defense and stuff like that is because they offensive what they bring to the game. Bronny's not gonna have a crazy offensive game. I believe, honestly, with you, I believe Bronny's gonna be a great role player because he knows how to play basketball. But I don't think that he's gonna go to a team and have his numbers like his dad. I believe he can, after 5 or 6 years, I could believe Bronny can be a 15 point scorer. 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, maybe a block, you know? But I believe that he's going to have a career like a Drew Holiday or like a Derek White. He's going to be a defensive player first, you know, ball hawk, you know, knock down wide open threes, pick and roll player, you know, pass the ball, a teammate. You know, he gonna play with his heart on his shoulder. You know, he gonna really. I believe Bronny got a chance to be an all defensive player because he has the keys, he has the build, he has the speed, he has the athleticism. You know, he has the IQ. You know, he has the skill set to be one of the greatest defensive players in our league. And the fact that during his media day, they said, well, what kind of player do you want your game to be, or how do you see yourself in the NBA? The two players that he named is a perfect fit for him. Derek White, defensive minded first, but still got a offensive package, but more so known for his defense and his decision makers that he make with the ball. Drew Holiday, he came in the NBA as a scorer. You know, he changed his career because at a point he was averaging 20 points a game. Changed his career, locked in more defensively. And he's one of the best defensive players that we got in the league. You know what I'm saying? And he just got $134 million from being a defensive mind player first. Hear what I just said. He just signed for $134 million, and Drew Holiday might not even average 12, 13 points. But it's the other stuff that he brings to the table. The defense, you know, the team player. You know, the anytime your number get called, you ready. You know what I'm saying? He don't have to shoot 15, 20 shots to get going. You know, Drew Holiday will shoot 3, 4 shots a game, but as long as he play defense, he cool with that. That's how I feel like Bronny can contribute to an NBA team. You know, and I feel like if you look at this year's draft isn't loaded like how it was last year. You know, it's pretty much 5 or 6 players that could possibly go number one. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that a team should take a first-round chance on Bronny, you know, but you're going to have to develop him, you know, realize when you draft him, it's going to take him a good maybe 2 to 3 years to figure out his identity. You know, I don't think that Bronny can start on an NBA team next year. I just don't think he's ready for that. Do I feel like he could come off the bench and contribute some nights for an NBA team? Yeah. Do I feel like he need to go to the G League and work a little bit more and maybe come back next year? And you know, if I was him, I would get drafted. More than likely, they're gonna send him to the G League. Use that time and that experience to better your game. And when you get your opportunity in the NBA, show them why you show them why your name is Bronny James. You know. But the fact that, you know, his NBA Columbine was so good, you know, he shot like 17 from 25 for 3-point. Mid-range was like, I think they said 19 for 25 or something like that. So he displaying that he can spot up and shoot. So that means he doesn't have to always have the ball in his hand. You get what I'm saying? So he could plug and play a lot. Okay, he good with the defense. He can spot up, shoot. You know, he can pick and roll. You know, he good with passing. His IQ good. He'll get a big contract, man. But the fact that he realizing that he's not going to be his dad is the best thing that going to happen to him. Because we get so many celebrities, like you look at Michael Jordan, His kids never lived up to his name and stature, which is kind of impossible. You know, you look at LeBron James. I don't think his kids is gonna live up to his stature. It's just kind of impossible. You know, you look at all these athletes. You know, and they had their kids. You know, especially like the Patrick Union. His son never lived up to him. You know, David Robinson. He had a couple sons. The Admiral. None of his kids lived up to him, you know. So it's a lot of players, man, who kids. Or you look at Dale Curry. Dale Curry was never an all-star or never was on the level that his son was. And his son passed him. So a lot of times, kids is never gonna be able to walk in the shoes of a Hall of Famer. None of LeBron kids is gonna ever be LeBron. None of Michael Jordan kids was ever never gonna be Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's too hard. So make your own identity. And the fact that Bronny want to make his own identity, and he don't want to play for the Lakers. He want to play for any team that's going to draft him. He's showing y'all that he want to create his own narrative, his own lane. He don't want to keep using his dad. Even though, quiet as kept, I believe he going to the Lakers. You know, I believe him and his dad will be playing on the Lakers next year. But the fact that I respect this brother, man, that he just want to create his own narrative and his own name, and he don't want to use his dad to get drafted to an NBA team, you know, I respect Bronny for that. I respect the fact that Bronny realized that he's never going to be his dad, and he's okay with that. He's willing to be himself. If I got to be a defensive player to get on the court and win championships, I'll do that. If I got to sit here in the corner and just spot up and shoot threes, I'll do that. If I got to pass the ball all game, I'll do that. And that's what makes Bronny James so great, is because he understands the game of basketball. It's not just about scoring. It's about scoring, passing, defense, diving on the floor for balls. Teammate miss a free throw, encourage him to keep going. You know what I'm saying? You're down by 10. You telling your team, keep going. We ain't out. We ain't out. We ain't out. We still got a chance. We still got a chance. You know, it comes with being a basketball player. It's more than just being able to put the ball in the hoop. You know, you still got 11, 12 other people too. You get what I'm saying? And the fact that Bronny knows how to play basketball and he has an IQ like that, I feel like he's going to be successful in the NBA. But yeah, I feel like he's definitely going to be I feel like he's definitely gonna be a first round pick, you know. I feel like he still got his that Lakers card in his back pocket, because at the end of the day, LeBron James set himself up far as contract wise so that he can have leverage to get his son drafted. You know, he told you this 2, 3 years ago. Why do you think he never really re-signed a big deal with the Lakers? You know, he just kept signing 1 year deal, 2 year deal with a player option for the second one, because he wanted to have leverage for his son when he got drafted. You know, now the Lakers got to consider him drafting him first round. Because if we pass on, let's just say if they pass on Bronny and they don't draft him, how you think LeBron James might look like? Hold on. Y'all could have drafted my son and y'all didn't, but y'all saying y'all care about my future and y'all want me here? So with certain things that LA is going to have to take into consideration. Do you really want to make the king of basketball mad, one of the greatest players to ever throw on a uniform, and he still got 2, 3 years left? You know, because if Bron leave right now and you just banking on AD to win, hey man, good luck with that. So I feel like, you know, LeBron set it up right. You know, he signed those one next year option for a reason. He want to have leverage to help his son get drafted. And I'm gonna say this again: the Lakers have a first round pick, and I believe that they're gonna use that on Bronny James, because they're trying to use that as leverage to re-sign his dad. So they trying anything right now to keep LeBron James to stay in LA. They already got a bad taste by him going to the recent Cleveland and Boston game 5. You know, it hit the media like, LeBron James is in Cleveland. He's in Cleveland. Oh, it's a chance he might go back to Cleveland. He might go back to Cleveland, because we all know he's from Akron, Ohio. You know, and we all know how much Ohio means to him and how dearly he just loved Ohio. So, you know, that sent the Lakers in the buzz like, oh, snap. Is it a chance he could want to go back to the Cavs? Think about it. They got Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Karis LeVert, Jared Allen, Mobley. They got a lot of young defensive players. You know what I'm saying? So that is a good option if he do want to go back home. But I doubt if LA gonna let him leave. I doubt if he want to leave LA. Like I said, he got probably so many businesses going on in LA. But at this point in LeBron James' career, he might only care about winning the ring. So he might step away from LA if he see like, they not trying to get anybody or help him get more help. He was frustrated during the NBA trade deadline that they didn't make no moves to get anybody. They got a couple aspiring contracts. D'Angelo Russell was a free agent. A lot of players signed 1-year deals, so they gonna have a lot of they'll have a nice amount of cap space, to re-sign LeBron and possibly go get not a max player, but go get somebody in the range of maybe $8 to $10 million or something. They should have enough money for that. Also, you got to take in consideration they got to still sign their first round and second round draft pick. That's why a lot of players who gonna play with the Lakers, they gonna sign veteran minimum deals. Something that's a 1 year in bill, and we going on to the next. That's why a lot of players on the Lakers is on 1 year deals, except for like the stars like Rachi Hamura. He signed a 4 year, $54 million deal last summer. Austin Reeves signed a same deal, 4 years over 54. Anthony Davis just read up 3 years over 163 or 168. So he locked up for another 4 years. LeBron James is not under contract. So they don't really have too many players that's locked in, to set to come back for next year. So they're going to have a lot of cap space to make a lot of moves. They're going to have to be aggressive this summer if they're going to want to get LeBron James back. But drafting his son would definitely be a big start. I don't see LeBron James walking away from the Lakers if they draft his son. But that's a gamble that you got to take. You got to realize and understand that Bronny James is not going to come in and help you win today. It's going to take him 2-3 years, to develop and to become that role player. But just look at the other positive side that you can get off drafting them. Jersey sales, merchandise, TV deals, all of that. This is LA. This is LeBron James Jr. Those jerseys is about to be selling out of the market. So you're going to get more than just a basketball player. You're going to get the whole package. You about to get a superstar that's not a superstar yet. So I think the Lakers is going to draft him first round. And like I say, I feel like LeBron James is one of the smartest basketball players in the world and the smartest businessman. You got to also thank Rich Paul for that. But they lined it up to where LeBron James can use his career as leverage to get his son drafted. If anybody don't understand what I'm saying, LeBron James had an opportunity at the beginning of the year and last summer to re-sign for a couple years for a multi-million-dollar deal, and he declined it. The reason why he declined it was because he knew his son was going to the NBA draft. And like I say, LeBron only got 2 or 3 years left. So if he want to really play with his son, the time is ticking. It's going to have to happen within this year or next year. Because LeBron probably only got a good 3 years left, man. You start to see his body wear and tear down. The Lakers didn't surround him with the best help to save his last years. LeBron James is playing 75, 80 games. There's no way at his age he should be playing that many games. You know what I'm saying? That's where the investment in Anthony Davis, Austin Reeves, and all those guys were supposed to step up and save LeBron. But LeBron been having to run his body down over the last 2-3 years because it's a chance they not gonna make the playoffs, or they in a play-in tournament, or they losing like this. So LeBron can't really rest his body and save his body for the playoffs. Just imagine if LeBron James was able to rest during the season like how Kawhi Leonard does. You know, just imagine, the type of just imagine the type of season that LeBron James can have if he rested throughout the year like a Kawhi Leonard. But throughout the year, LeBron James got to go. So he's getting wore and tear down. So he only got a good 3 years left. But I think LeBron James is going to use his free agency to leverage Bronny James getting signed to the Lakers. But it's your boy D's Media signing out. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think, man, and what y'all think Bronny